If you want to be able to dunk on any defender that stands in your way and learn the secrets about the dunk meter in NBA 2K24, then you came to the right video. Today, I will be going over everything you need to know about the dunk meter, including how to force a big meter every single time, and I will also be going over the best dunk animations that are pretty much unblockable. If you can learn how to use the dunk meter at full force, which of course I will be showing you how to do in this video, no one is going to be able to stop you. So I'm going to go ahead and get into the best dunk animations, and then after that, I'm going to go ahead and get into the secrets that go into breaking the game with the dunk meter. Now, if you really want to be a demon with the dunk meter, you are going to have the best dunk animations equipped. Pretty much every single dunk animation that I have equipped in my dunk package is all safe dunks. And what that means, they are never really going to get blocked. But make sure you have on every single dunk that I'm about to show y'all, because if you don't, even not having one of these packages I'm about to show y'all is definitely going to hurt y'all. So for 2-foot moving dunks, you want to go with rim grazers off 2. You want to go quick drops off 2. You want to go with athletic one-handers off 2. You want to go with front clutches off 2. Do not equip the side clutches off 2 though. This package is pretty easy to block and it's a little risky. You don't want to equip really any risky dunks, and this right here is a risky dunk. For tomahawks, you want to go with athletic front tomahawks. Some people do like going leaning slams, but me personally, I like to stay away from leaning slams. For windmill, I would go windmill reverses, and of course you want to equip the pro contact dunks and you want to equip the elite contact dunks. Now that you made sure that you have all these 2-foot moving dunks equipped, what you want to do, you want to hit R2 and move on to the 1-foot moving dunks, and you want to equip the rim grazers off 1. You want to equip the basic one-handers off 1 and the basic two-handers off 1 dunks. You want to equip the athletic one-handers off 1. If you are starter 3, you want to equip the quick drops off 1. For double clutch, you want to equip the side clutches off 1. For tomahawks, you want to equip cockback tomahawks, and you want to equip the uber athletic tomahawks off 1. You want to equip the windmills off 1. You also want to equip the cradle dunks off 1. And I forgot to mention, by any means, do not equip any of the park dunks. They are so easy to block. And then of course, you also want to equip the pro contact dunks. Any contacts that you have unlocked, you do want to equip them. For standing dunks, any animation that you can get, I would equip. Now moving on to signature dunks, you want to go ahead and equip every animation that has a star by it. Those animations being Anthony Edwards, LeBron James, Scottie Pippen, Russell Westbrook, Klay Thompson, Michael Jordan, and CJ McCollum. Any other animation, I wouldn't really equip. If you have them unlocked, Giannis Antetokounmpo dunks aren't bad, but I can't get them on this build. Alley-oops, I go with pro, elite, and Zion Williamson, and then obviously if you can get them, go with the pro and elite contact alley-oops. Yeah, that's pretty much it for the animations. Just make sure that you'll have all those animations equipped, because they are all very important when it comes to using the meter dunk. Now next, we are going to talk about the requirements that you need in order to perform the dunk meter. You can do the dunk meter with any dunk rating, as long as you can actually dunk the ball and don't have like a 25 driving dunk, but it's really only worth doing unless you have contact dunks, since contact dunks are going to put your defender in an animation that they cannot block you out of. If you are on a 5'7" to 6'4" build, the minimum for contact dunks is an 86 driving dunk and an 85 vertical. And if you are on a 6'5" through 6'9" build, the minimum for contact dunks is an 87 driving dunk and a 75 vertical. And although these are the minimums for contact dunks, I would still recommend having a 94 driving dunk and 82 vertical if you want to abuse the meter dunks at full strength. A 94 driving dunk is going to unlock you elite contacts. And not only that, but you're going to get a lot of really good finishing badges. So basically what I'm saying, you can use the dunk meter with any rating, but I would only do it if you have contacts. And if you really want to abuse the meter dunk, I would go with a 94 driving dunk. So I already gave y'all the best dunk animations to never get blocked. I gave y'all the requirements to actually do the meter dunk. And now we're going to go ahead and get into the main part of this video, which is how to abuse the meter dunk. First things first, you're going to have to know how to actually meter dunk in the first place. Now there are 2 different types of meter dunks you can do. Number 1, you can do the normal meter dunk, which is the one that I recommend doing. It is the safest. And number 2, you can do the flashy meter dunk. With the first type of meter dunk, which is like the normal meter dunk, you're never really going to get those flashy animations, which you really don't want to get, because the flashy animations are easier to block. And then obviously with the flashy meter dunk, you're going to get a lot more flashy contacts. You're going to get flashy dunks. Now to do the normal dunk meter, what you want to do while holding R2 and running to the rim, what you want to do, flick the right stick up and the right stick down quickly, and you are going to get the meter dunk. To do the flashy meter dunk, it is pretty much the same thing. All you want to do, flick down twice, and you were going to get the flashy meter dunk. Like I said, I would still really only do the first type of meter dunk, because the second one is a lot easier to block. So now y'all know how to actually perform the dunk meter, but there's a lot more that goes into it. First up, you got to understand how the dunk meter works. Basically, how the dunk meter works, one of 2 things can happen. 1, you get a big meter, or 2, you get a small meter. When you get a big meter, it is really easy to time. You're rarely going to miss it whenever you get a big meter, unless you really try to miss it. Or 2, you get a small meter, which is pretty much impossible to time. Yes, it is greenable, but it is really hard to green. And the size of your green window on your dunk meter depends on a lot of different things. Those things include your dunk rating. Obviously, if you have like a 75 driving dunk and you're trying to dunk meter, it is going to be way harder to time. Your badges, so if you have like bronze precision dunker, it is going to be way harder to time the dunk meter. Your stamina also affects your dunk meter. If you're low on stamina, you are going to get a smaller meter, but it is mainly affected by defender positioning. If a defender is directly under the rim, you are always going to get a small dunk meter. No matter what, if a defender is directly under the rim and is in your way while you try to dunk meter, you are going to get a small meter. Like I said, you can green it, but it is really hard to green. Basically what I'm saying, if they're playing your drive heavy or someone is sitting paint on you, you are going to get a small meter. That is just how they made this game. But there is a way that you can force a big meter pretty much every single time. Now, what I do to force a big dunk meter every single time, I force the defender to be on my hip. If the defender is on your hip, you are going to get a big green window every single time. It does not matter. It can look like the defender is boxing you. He can literally be pushing you up the court. But if you keep the defender on your hip, you are going to get a big meter every single time, and that is what makes this thing so broken. It's kind of hard to explain, so I'm gonna go ahead and show y'all a clip. But basically what I do, I just keep running as long as I can to keep the defender on my hip. As you can see, he tried to cut me off, but I kept running diagonally to the left, and then I got the wide open meter dunk. I don't know if I explained that right, but basically you just have to find a way to get the defender on your hip. Like, he tried to cut me off right there. The L2 cancel is going to be your best friend in doing this. Like, if you learn the L2 cancel, it's going to be really hard to stop. Yeah, basically just keep the defender on your hip. As you can see, he's on my hip right there. I get a big meter. It's very broken. I don't know why it's like this, but if the defender is on your hip, you are guaranteed to get a big meter every single time. Another thing that is really going to help you get positioning is the John Wall crossover. As you can see, he's playing me really low, but I do a John Wall crossover to guarantee that I get the position in front of the defender. Right here is kind of a bad example because he jumped out the play, but look, you basically have to treat the John Wall cross almost like a crab, but to get to the paint, if that makes sense. Like, imagine he's chasing me right here, John Wall crossover. He's not getting back in position. The only way that the defender is somehow going to make you get a small dunk meter is if another player rotates to the paint. As you can see, he was already sitting in the paint. I'm going to rewind it real quick. So I did get a smaller meter, but obviously you can combat this by passing to your teammate in the corner, and it's an easy 3 every single time. That is what makes the dunk meter so broken. Even if the defense somehow manages to take away the 2, you can easily get a 3 by either doing a LeBron step back if the on-ball defender is playing you too low, or you can pass out to the corner if another player rotates. Literally all you have to do is make the right read. It is so simple, and that's really what makes the dunk meter so broken. It's really simple stuff, but it's so overpowered. But the ways that I just talked about, paired with the dunk animations and everything else I went over in this video, no one is going to be able to stop you. The only other thing I would say is just make sure you're not looking exclusively for the 2. If you really want to be the best you can possibly be, you have to make sure that you're primarily looking for the 3, because if you're just blatantly looking for the 2, it is going to be pretty easy to stop. So you have to have a 3 first mentality, and then when the 3 is not there because the defense is playing it high, then you look for the 2, and you can guarantee that you get the 2 with the dunk meter. Another video that I would recommend that y'all check out is my video on the 5 best dribble moves in NBA 2K24. In that video, I of course give you all of my dribble moves, and I also go over 5 of the most broken moves in NBA 2K24. And if you pair that with the dunk meter, I promise you no one is stopping you. But that's all I got to say. I appreciate y'all for watching this all the way through, and I'm gonna catch y'all in the next video.